President Trump's push for tariffs is driven by several key goals that go beyond simple economics, combining efforts to protect American jobs, generate government revenue, assert political control, enhance national security, and appeal to his political base. Understanding these motivations helps explain why tariffs have become such a central part of his trade policy. First and foremost, Trump wants tariffs to revive U.S. manufacturing. Over recent decades, many American factories closed or moved overseas to countries with cheaper labor, causing job losses and economic decline in industrial regions. By imposing tariffs on imported goods, Trump aims to make foreign products more expensive, encouraging companies to bring production back to the U.S. or invest in domestic factories. This strategy is intended to create more manufacturing jobs and rebuild the middle class. However, while some sectors have gained jobs, the overall employment effect has been limited because tariffs also raise costs for businesses and consumers. Another important motivation is generating federal revenue. Before income taxes became the main source of government funding, tariffs were a primary way the U.S. raised money. Trump's tariffs bring in billions of dollars annually, helping fund government programs without raising income or corporate taxes. However, the costs are largely passed on to consumers, who face higher prices on everyday goods, an extra financial burden especially felt by lower and middle-income families. Tariffs also serve as a political tool. They give the administration leverage over both foreign countries and American companies. By threatening or imposing tariffs, the government can pressure other nations to change trade practices or negotiate better deals. Domestically, tariffs encourage companies to align with government priorities, such as investing in U.S. production. Critics argue this amounts to political coercion, but it reflects Trump's more aggressive approach to governance and trade. Addressing the U.S. trade deficit, especially with China, is another key reason for tariffs. The trade deficit happens when the U.S. imports more than it exports. Trump sees this as a problem and uses tariffs to push for reciprocal trade, where both countries have fair access to each other's markets. Though economists debate whether trade deficits are inherently bad, the political appeal of reducing them has driven much of the tariff policy. National security concerns also factor in. The administration views economic dependence on China as a strategic risk, given China's growing military and global influence. Tariffs are part of a broader effort to reduce reliance on Chinese manufacturing, protect critical industries, and maintain U.S. technological and military advantages. Finally, tariffs send a strong political message. They symbolize Trump's America First stance, appealing to voters who feel harmed by globalization. By taking a tough stance on trade, Trump positions himself as a defender of American workers and industries, which helps maintain support among key voter groups. Despite these goals, tariffs have drawbacks. They raise consumer prices, provoke retaliatory tariffs that hurt U.S. exporters, and have not led to a large return of manufacturing jobs. On immigration and drug enforcement, tariffs on Mexico and Canada have not clearly reduced illegal crossings or drug smuggling, and Mexican officials have criticized these measures. In summary, Trump's tariffs are motivated by a desire to protect and revive American industry, raise government revenue, exert political control, strengthen national security, and appeal to his political base. While the approach has mixed economic results and faces criticism, tariffs remain a central tool in his vision for reshaping the U.S. economy and asserting America's global position.